I met a strange man at the train station in the early stages of getting acquainted with the game world of Red Dead Redemption 2. He said that he collects cards that can be found in expensive cigarette packs. Also, he really asked me to send him a set of cards if I find and collect a whole collection. There are 12 such collections in the game in total, 12 cards in each collection. Of course, at first I got excited about this idea and started running everywhere in search of these cards. I found some in the tents of bandits from Lemoyne. Sometimes expensive cigarettes with a card were in the drawers of the houses, into which our hero illegally entered when completing story tasks. But after dozens of hours of play, I barely collected 2 or 3 cards from each collection. After that, I realized that in this case, if I continue to collect in the same way, it is not a fact that I will collect at least one set before the end of the game. And one of the story missions brought me back to Strawberry. Near the store, the man I saved in the forest called to me. He wanted to thank me for saving him. He allowed me to buy something in the store at his expense. And here I saw expensive cigarettes on the shelf. Here it is, Easy Farm. I had a little over $1,000. One pack of cigarettes with one card costs $5. So I just stood at the counter and started scooping and smoking whatever I could. I spent a lot of real time, unfortunately, about an hour, maybe even more. And finally, the first sets began to pile up. Of course, Arthur would just die on the spot if the game was realistic in this regard, because the number of smoked cigarettes without the break was huge. And finally, all the collections are collected, without unnecessary searches for those cards throughout the game world. Now we quickly rush to the post office and send the collections to our addressee.
We'll get it sent out, lickety split. Consider this already en route.